Minnesota. So I spent Friday night in Minnesota. Got home about 2:00 yesterday.
2:00 in the morning?
Afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So,
Would it be,
so
Cooch?
I lost an extra day.
Oh, yeah, that'll also do it.
Boomtown, get him. Game day.
You know what's funny? I have 0 Packer short sleeve shirts.
I mean, if you look outside, it's long sleeve shirt weather today.
That is true. I have, let's see here. I have an Aaron Rodgers jersey, I guess, which would be a short sleeve shirt. But yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Although I'm a Jets fan randomly, so this is going to be a hard year for me.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That does seem kind of random. How did you end up a Jets fan?
Vinny Testaverde.
Really?
Back in the day. Yeah.
That's
so
what
You
got
played
you
for
there.
the Bucks for so long.
So I was a Jets fan, so I had a Jets jacket. I bought a Baltimore Ravens fan when he was a Baltimore Raven. I don't know.
Were you a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan when he was a Buck?
I wasn't, so I can't. At that point, I think it just wasn't in the cards. But
I always remember Vinny as a Buck more than anything else.
Yeah, I had no idea he was a Jet.
For a few years.
yeah, he had a tenured career. So
Yeah, towards the later part of his career, he kind of became a journeyman and bounced around a few teams.
yeah. Corn Genius.
Good morning.
Guten Morgen.
Not the German schoolgirl again.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that schoolgirl? I just assumed it was a schoolboy.
I mean, I hear Norman and I just think, German schoolgirl.
That's because I wore the lederhosen, the dress, and just one time. You do that one time, you get pigeonholed for life.
It's an image that's hard to get out of your head, Norm.
Well, you know. So, how's everybody's weekend?
Great, man. How are you?
Good. My allergies keep going in and out. I should have taken a pill this morning.
It's not too late.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably is too late.
Just a wee bit hungover, but not bad.
Jen came over last night and we played with a baby all night.
Aww.
Those are the best babies, the ones you can give back.
Uh-huh.
Randomly enough, I hung out with Debbie and Scott all day yesterday.
It is random.
Which Scott would this be?
My Aunt Debbie and Uncle Scott,
okay.
which are the grandparents of said baby from
Gotcha.
prior story.
Derek's baby.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we went up and hung out with my mom, and Debbie and Scott were there. We ate, we cooked brats and burgers, and Uncle Scott smoked cigars, so it was a pretty normal day.
Not to discuss it on stream, but how is your mom doing? I haven't actually seen her in a while.
She's doing well.
Good.
It's good for me to hear that you haven't seen her in a while, because, for a while there was like weekends and every other Thursday.
Sometimes, you just get busy. Things go a little stale.
Yeah,
you gotta kind of give it some time to breathe.
Yeah. So many ways I could go with that. I'm just gonna stop.
I probably would. It is your mom.
Yeah.
Glad she doesn't have Twitch.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So did Baldur's Gate come out 3 or come out 3? Baldur's Gate 3 come out yet for PS?
Yeah, it was this week.
Okay. Did you start?
Yep. Played way too late last night.
Had a kid.
I was in Texas all week, so I didn't get a chance to play it until yesterday.
How trying to think of how to ask where are you? How far are you?
Just found the druid camp and the goblin fight in front of it.
Nice. How enjoying the controls?
Yeah, I think I gotta figure out. I'm sure there's a way to select multiple items at once. You can't drag in across a whole bunch of them, grab them all at once. So inventory management's the only part I don't like, but
yeah,
controlling combat and stuff's okay.
That's super easy for computer, but yeah, I don't. That would be an interesting, select an item, maybe holding a button and select a different item to select all, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at the little hints on the bottom and then see if there's a better way to do inventory management. But I'm doing all right. It's fun.
Yeah, I think it's super fun, especially once you start finding all these little secret hidden areas and.
Yeah, I'm exploring everything, so I played a long time yesterday. I didn't get far in the game, but I explored every nook and cranny I could.
Yeah, I that's kind of how I'm playing. I'm going off of things on the map, but also just kind of running around.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm 27 or 28 hours in. Just hit level 4 yesterday.
Level 4?
Yeah.
I hit 3.
It may be a while before you get to 4.
Does it take a while from 3 to 4?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe it depends upon what you're doing.
I haven't gotten any further than I did with both of you. So I just keep making new characters and playing Starfield as well. So too many good games out right now.
Oh, Starfield.
Starfield's fucking amazing. It's, yeah.
I fell
Just
off
don't
a
go to
lovely
Pluto.
Cave and I couldn't find my way back, so I'm basically still in the intro.
Don't spend 7 hours to go to Pluto. I hear it's underwhelming.
It's not even a planet anymore.
No. But you can apparently go to Earth. So.
Makes for a good fantasy game.
Yes. Oh my god, I've been neck deep in transferring runes this morning.
I don't think it's that complicated.
Yes and no.
For the DM to tell us what we can and can't do, it's probably adding a layer.
Yeah.
You need someone to do it, unless you're trained in it.
That's why I'm looking for someone in town.
Okay, there is someone in town. Okay, what level of ability does he have?
I don't know.
Based on his shop level. How do I determine what his shop level means what ability he has? I still didn't find that, but I have an educated guess based on, and I was trying to find NPC stat blocks and how that pertains to their level, so I know what his bonuses are for his roll for it. And
Interesting.
yeah, this is games in depth if you really want it to be. So I was looking at it all because I want to learn it. So it's kind of wild. I'm gonna need more coffee, I think.
Yeah, I need to get coffee yet too.
Tom, did you do music this week or no?
No, of course not. I was busy.
Perfect. I didn't make any
Baldur's
more.
Gate 3 came out.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 came out, yes.
For me, it came out 2 months ago.
Yeah.
No, what did I do this week? We had shit after
Everything.
work and housework and
I usually do that in the morning.
I did, yeah. It's kind of the way it goes.
I pooped twice today already.
Mm.
Congratulations.
Wow. Double deuce.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of that.
I pooped twice if you include my coffee golf score.
Oh, yeah.
I was rushing. Fuck. I could have done so much better.
You have all day to do it, and you're rushing to get it done.
Yep.
I mean, technically, you could go back and redo it.
Technically. Technically.
All right, I'm going to get coffee.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
join you in that pursuit.
This background music right now sounds very interesting. I think he's used this before. When you're on double speed, waiting for the intro to get cleared.
The DM that had the link to the map go away. Can't seem to find it.
You need a link to Owlbear?
Yeah, it wasn't my DMs, but I can't seem to find it anymore. Oh, nope, there it is. Never mind, got it. Just in the
All right.
wrong. Was in the wrong DM. I should save this one. We were jumping around maps so often there, I didn't save it.
Hey assholes, I stared at a computer for 10 hours straight.
Wow.
How bad for her?
That's awesome. Did they catch the hey assholes part?
Yes, we did. Okay, back to that.
do we walk from Otari to the Gauntlight, or do we ride?
I couldn't tell you.
I think we walked.
Okay.
Nobody ever told me I had a horse, otherwise I'd name it.
That's true. You do like naming horses.
Rode through the desert on a horse, no name.
Munch, 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 munch.
Yeah, that was the previous campaign.
Yeah. Previous character.
Do we walk from Otari to the Gauntlight, or do we have horses or
Felt
something?
good to get out of the rain.
Walk.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh hell, I suppose I need to.
Hey, Genius, for the background music that is random through Pretzel, so it's just probably just replaying a song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just funny to hear it when it's playing on double speed. I'm watching the recap and trying to just speed through the early part. I usually play it so that in case there's any comments in the chat, I can read the comments and see if there's any amusing things.
You have downtime. Oh yeah. I was also looking at your weapon, Rick. See if there was anything specific that it needed to be, but it doesn't. Just because it's an unusual weapon.
Oh,
But it is just.
two-handed weapon.
Yep. That it is. With a trip ability to it.
Mm-hmm. I haven't used that yet.
Yeah, considering how much damage you do, I feel like trip is unnecessary most of the time.
When I get to level 5, the critical specialization part of the weapon auto trips if I crit.
Yeah.
On top of
Nice.
it.
Nice. So they'll be both tripped and dead.
Yeah. They'll fall twice.
I almost
Timing.
spit my coffee out, Jeff. Nice timing. They'll be both tripped and dead. Oh.
Oklahoma,
where's
where the
bottom
wind
of-
goes, sweeping across the plain.
Oh, Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
No.
John Bob Circle Pants.
John Bob. John Bob.
Give
It was
Bob
Tom
some
Bob.
time.
Tom Bob.
Tom Bob.
Tom Bob.
Tom Bob.
That is more accurate.
Norman. But I think he lived in a beer bottle under the sea.
Did last night.
Under the table.
Under the table. Who lives in a beer bottle under the table? Tom Bob Square.
Pea pants.
No. Pea pants? Hey.
Oh, so it's that kind of a night.
Is it a pee-pee spear?
Anyway,
That time.
it is about that time.
So, without further ado, hello everybody. Welcome back to Two Nerds One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these four nerds because we are all here. I am surprising Norm for once. I done it. See, you don't get to surprise me when we don't have music.
I know. It's kind of disappointing. I need to get that fixed.
Yeah, well, I have the music. You just need to put it in its place. You tell it where to be.
You beat me to the joke. Son of a bitch.
How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here. That's
Something about living in a beer bottle under a table last night.
we had a birthday party for a friend's dad. We went to.
Oh.
You ever been to Rivers Bend?
Yeah,
It's good.
it is. It's very
My
good.
official statement. It's good.
It's a Wisconsin supper club.
Yeah, it is.
there are certain ones you just walk in and go, yep, this is a Wisconsin supper club.
Yeah. The nice big, weird shaped bar that's in the middle of the room, and the chairs are actually the bar chairs. John, the bar chairs are fantastic. They're kind of like they're like on springs, and so but they're kind of big and comfy, so you can kind of swing. It's kind of like one of those things that you sit in at the playground where it.
So your ADD was kicking in, is what you're telling me. Oh, and that other man sharing in. Oh, whoa, wait, dang! I can't make that line because two of you are in Packer gear besides me. The man with the Packer polka dots and the fedora is one Ryan Cricks is cooped up playing Lady Sill this morning. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, and as a matter of fact, I don't mind that it's raining outside because I wasn't planning on moving more than 5 feet away from the television all frickin' day. Welcome to football, bitches.
Hell yeah! I'm going to at some point. I will switch from coffee to soda, but I'm going to switch from this chair to my couch, and then I'll only get up to go to the bathroom and make the bread and beef stew I'm making for the game. So, but other than that. Yeah, it is. I mean, a rainy day, some beef stew, some homemade bread, and football. It is fall, folks. I love it. That other man sharing in the Packers gear is one Rick Lefebvre, the plane delayed friend of mine.
Got stuck in Minnesota.
Josie was just joking. When he sent that message, he's like, "What? Your plane gets delayed or something?" You came back with, "Yep." And
Yeah.
like, oh shit. We were all laughing about that when you came back. Yeah, I did. They were like, "Whoa!"
Finally made it home yesterday. Yeah, so after a week in Texas, I survived the Southerners.
Yay! Yeah, the Dallas fans. Bad
Oh,
enough I deal with two of them on our FIFA team. Anyway, and last but not least, the Limerick Maker, the Lore Master, the Lazy Dragon, the lovable Lug Jeff Crew Williams. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. I did not get stuck in travel or hungover last night, so all's good.
No, but you came up in conversation at dinner last night when we were talking about 41 being from De Pere to Appleton or Oshkosh. It's going to Oshkosh, right? De Pere to Oshkosh.
Appleton to Oshkosh is done now. So, but yeah, De Pere to Appleton.
That's going to be a mess. That's next summer.
Some stuff starts next summer, but most of it'll be off the road, like a couple overpasses and interchanges and stuff. But by the end of next year and into the following year, it's gonna get fun.
So
I
if you
would-
live in northeastern Wisconsin, Highway 41. Yeah, it's
I
gonna
would
be a mess.
Screwing up my
Consider-
ride to work, Jeff.
an overpass and whatever you said to be roads.
Yeah,
If you're driving on
not
them.
specifically 41 itself.
Oh.
Where I was going with that.
Oh. Carry on.
It's fair. That is fair. All right. Well, you guys want to play some Pathfinder this morning?
Can't wait.
Okay, let's get a recap from Jeff before
All
I skip that. And a limerick.
Oh, let's make sure my limerick page is working. Okay, cool.
No,
So
it's
last session we started in the chapel room with some lights rising within the skeletons. While that was happening, Lady Syl brought crew back from unconscious. And then Abed decided that he wanted to get a little closer to investigate, so then the lights got hostile. Abed took enough damage to go down briefly, but with Syl's healing, he got right back in it and was doing some serious damage. The lights lived after the skeletons fell, but between, I think it was Syl and Kane, they put the lights out. And then after a bit of healing and searching, the group decided to head back to town. On the way out, they uncovered a secret staircase that went down. And then we headed back to Otari for some rest and possibly some shopping. So we fought the bodies possessed that were tougher than Abed had guessed. But we did our duty, then collected our booty and headed to town for some rest.
Nice. Nice.
Classic.
I like that one. I like that
Okay.
one a lot. So, you guys head into town. Excuse me. What would you like to do specifically when you get into town? It's evening. Sun is down. As I mentioned, the Gauntlight was lit up as you were walking back.
So I've been talking a lot with Rick about rune technology. So we'd like to find a guy that we can trust in town to improve our rune.
Hey, you guy.
Oddly enough, his name is actually Guy.
No.
Got a guy named Guy.
I know a guy.
Wandering around town, actually asking around a little bit, and you probably, those of you that are from Otari, or from Absalom, or from, what's the name of this world again? I forget.
It's your world.
Yeah, no, it's Pathfinder's world. What the hell's the name of the world? The big one. Anyways,
Galarian.
Galarian. Thank you, Jeff. If you are from Galarian, i.e. Absalom and Otari places, you would know. Actually, if you're from Otari, you know. You're looking for blades for glades. That was a lot of talking to get to a name of a place. You were warned by the proprietor of your bar. God bless. I looked up everything. I'm
Really?
trying to learn all these places. Not her. You guys were at the Crow's Cask, weren't you? Is that where you were staying? Yes. Crow's Casks, which is Malagoy. For the former pirate Chica. She warned you that the smith at Blades for Glades is a little surly. His name is Carmen Rajani.
Carmen.
Yep. And she said, yeah, he's probably going to mention the fact that he's a descendant of Volor Rajani, who was one of the original founders of Otari. Don't bring up the mayor around him. Yeah. Good luck.
Sounds like an interesting individual for us to deal with.
All right.
But if we plan to continue adventuring together, he could see a fair bit of business from us. So maybe we can strike a deal with him.
That would be possible. You got to get on his good side somehow, though. He's a bit, like I said, he's a bit surly.
Does the man like whiskey?
So am I.
He might. Would you care to buy a bottle to bring it to him?
Buy a bottle. You got crew with you.
The money part is less important, as he is providing a very unique skill set that we need very much. So, any other ideas on a gift, like a welcome package? Because I have some money.
Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and try to steal a bottle of whiskey.
Go ahead and make a thievery check. Oh, good.
This is what we do to our allies.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use my hero point.
Really that bad?
Yeah.
He didn't want to spend the rest of his adventure without his left hand.
All right, 16 is better. I'll
16.
take it.
Malagray seems to be pretty into this conversation about Carmen and really trying to think of some way. She's definitely engaged in this conversation. She doesn't seem to notice you as you pocket a bottle of whiskey.
Nice.
The question is, did you go for the top shelf? just the stuff at your level.
Well, I'm not very tall, so I went for what I could reach.
On the rail, that is. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know if you have crafting materials. It's always welcome for the crafters around here. We don't get a lot of, the caravans that come to market. Sometimes there's crafting materials, sometimes there's not. Honest work may just be appealing to them. I tend not to deal with them too much. I get anything I need from Absalom.
All right, well, why don't I start with a top shelf bottle of whiskey? What would that run me?
A top shelf bottle of whiskey. Oh, let's see. One here. I'll get you 2 gold.
Okay,
For the top shelf. I mean, there's better whiskeys in the world, but for what I got, 2 gold's gonna.
Well, rail feels good for the party. So if I noticed our rogue grab a rail bottle, I'm like, well, I don't want to give that to him. That actually might be an insult. So I'm gonna buy a bottle of the top rail as a gift, or top shelf, and then we'll hold the rail for party time later today.
All right. Oh, I know there are rules for this that I would love to try and use. And let me pick it up. All right. So yeah, she exchanges. She's sitting there. She brings the top shelf whiskey out and puts it on the counter. He swoops up your 2 gold. She's like, Fred! Damn it, Fred! And you see this guy with an apron come out from behind the door. When you empty a bottle of whiskey, you need to replace the one on the rail. I just do it.
I think that's when we take our leave, gentlemen.
And she gets into her routine again a little more. The evening crowd is starting to shuffle in. There's a man sitting next to her making love to his tonic and gin. So, are you going to try and go at night here, or are you going to wait until tomorrow?
Let's try to catch him in the morning. I think better chance of getting what we want than disturbing him right before he probably closes.
Yeah, and I will tell you, to sell off items and to do stuff like this, it's usually a day of downtime to do that. Give me 1 second here. I got an important message I need to respond to.
Well, the DM is doing it. Just a reminder, everybody, in our first campaign, we did get 2 ingots of cold iron, 2 cold iron ingots.
Yep.
So, if anybody has interest in using those, I do have them. I'm thinking of going to give them to Ellie while we're here because they're heavy.
As a wizard,
I mean,
I've been just debating, making myself a full plate meal.
Cold iron gives you like either if you put it on your armor, it's resistance to certain like demonic attacks, or if you put it on your armor or if you put it on your weapon, it gives you more damage against that type of enemy.
Yep. That type
It
of stuff.
costs obviously money and materials to do so.
Yeah, I know at the end of last session we talked about selling the trident and also playing poker for the gold tooth. So whenever that fits in that timeline.
Oh yeah, that would fit in here right now for the night. Here.
So do the trident in the morning and play poker, and okay. So we don't have to play through that, but that's just.
Yep.
Is there somewhere with Ellie or the group that we're working with, that there would be like a group hoard or cache of material where somewhere I can get this off my character sheet so it doesn't encumber me?
A locker.
She does have a stash. There's a chest sitting next to her in the corner where they've kind of set up. There is always someone from TBD in the corner. And several of the other members that have come by worked through the night, but she'll typically get up in the morning and take the morning through about 7 p.m. So,
Jeff, you want to keep track of that stash for us or something? Or
Sure.
you
Like
track a lot of stuff.
party sheet.
Yeah, party sheet of stuff. Because you can't carry a lot without being encumbered.
no.
No. Yeah, and I would, instead of selling the rapier, I'd probably just stash it there in case I lose one. So that was one of the things I don't need two of them. So, okay, party sheet.
No. Wait a minute. I'm trying to guess. What is that?
We can also stash excess coin there if we don't want to carry around,
Yes.
once we do get rich or whatever. All right, so I'm going to put one rapier.
Once we do get rich.
What did you say? Two? Did you want the
Cold
ingots in there?
iron ingot. Two
Is that
cold iron ingots.
Is that something you'd want to use for leverage with Smithy?
No. I'll save it. We might find a use for it eventually. It's not a great benefit. I mean, it's only against very specific creatures that it benefits you. So,
Okay.
We'll keep it. I'm gonna remove those from my inventory, though. Thank you.
Okay.
Wait.
I'll jot them on a post-it now, but then I'll add it to a note in my character sheet.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then yeah, Kane would just rest the night with the TBD crew or wherever they pull up. He's not much of a late night person. I don't know what the rest of the party's gonna do.
All right.
Lady Syl would like to kind of sit back in a dark corner and flip some tarot cards to see if she can get any precognition or anything like that on the rest of our journey.
Abed will stand over her shoulder and watch. Well, if you're sitting in a corner, I'll sit at the same table, I guess.
Our corner for solitude and Abed.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you work your way through the night. You do your poker. You do your things in the morning. You rise to do your selling of items and looking for Carmen Rajani to transfer your runes. So you head over to the Blades for Glades. You can hear there's actually smithing going on inside. The short, squat building has there's actually smoke pouring out of the top from a chimney. And it's a brick building, sturdy wooden door. It looks like it's built well and it's maintained decently enough. You think he's got a decent business here going. I see. You open the door. There's a little tinkling bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Shopkeeper's bell.
Yep. And it's funny because there's like 2 more strikes of the hammer, and then you hear, and out from around the corner, a male human, kind of looks at you, just looks at you. Kind of early, don't you think?
We're a busy crew, so we tend to get moving early in the morning.
Well, I'm a busy crew too. What do you want?
I'm a busy crew too. He says it with a completely straight face, and
He looks. Listen, if you're gonna waste my time, I got stuff to do. What do you want?
I was looking to have a rune transferred between weapons.
Are you on the schedule?
No, I'm not. How do I get on the schedule?
Well, you make an appointment.
Listen here, Precious. I wonder if this bottle
Skulls
of
at the
whiskey,
mention
maybe
of
this bottle of
Precious.
whiskey can get us on that schedule yet today. Just hoping that we can help this beleaguered town with the issues with the Gauntlight. That's us. We're just trying to help. And boy, looking at a strong man like you, maybe you could be part of that help. I just really appreciate it.
Make a diplomacy check, Lady Sil.
Show a little leg. Maybe that'll help.
Ooh, it's a good one. 22.
22. He looks at the bottle, raises an eyebrow, looks at you, grabs the bottle, he pops the cork, puts the cork back on. You have my attention.
Huh?
You said today you want something done today.
Well,
If possible.
we've got a couple runes. It's just a simple upgrade for me on these hand wraps, and then, well, you know, maybe a little bit more effort, but boy, we sure will be grateful.
Hmm. So you want a rune on the hand wraps. You understand I'm a blacksmith, right?
I imagine it's the same if you're an expert on runes. I just, you know, I sure would be appreciative if you could maybe just look at it. Maybe you know somebody.
Well, I can tell you right now, you don't want a blacksmith.
Huh?
Damn. You don't want a blacksmith. Your accent is wildly contagious.
I sure did learn something new today. Oh,
It's like
thank
being
you so much.
like yawns.
Is there someone in town that might be able to help me? I mean, clearly Jacob here could use some help too, and that does seem to align with your amazing expert skill set. But for me, boy, if there's anybody that I would be so much obliged if you could send me in that direction.
Oh, that's we got a. I am looking to see.
Side note,
No,
I could
if you're
listen to
looking
Southern
to
Lady
add-
Sil all day.
Maybe Rin.
Oh,
If you're,
stop.
if you're
Oh,
looking to
stop.
add runes to cloth items, it's setting. Rin may be your best bet to go with. What do you got, sir?
I have a morning star here, and I show him the one we found. It's fairly well constructed, and from past experience, I can see it has a rather mundane rune on it, and I'd like to transfer that rune onto these hammers that I carry. It should be fairly
Make
simplistic work.
a perception check.
24. 19 on the die.
You seem to have offended him slightly when describing the Morning Star. And he's looking at it, goes, "Oh, I remember making this.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I can transfer this rune for you. It's gonna be 7 gold to do so. Yeah, it's gonna take me the better part of the day. I need you to sign this as well." And he reaches below the thing and slides it out, and it's a liability waiver, absolving him of all liability if he should mess up your weapon.
Understood. And you're welcome to keep the Morning Star after you're done if you had originally made it, once the rune's off of it.
DM question: if anyone's got the equipment up, how much is a Morning Star worth?
1 gold.
1 gold.
Yeah. It might. Well, this would be worth more with the potency rune on it, but we're taking that off. So.
Yeah, but you're taking that off, so that is. And he looks at it and goes, "Tell you what, I get to keep the mace, or Morning Star. Yeah, I will. It'll be 6 gold then, and then the Morning Star.
Okay.
I can do that for you. It will be later in the day, like probably closer to sundown, that it'll be ready for you. So I don't know.
Okay.
Go enjoy Otari. He says dry as hell.
Play
You get the
some
funny feeling
skee-ball.
this is more just a place he is. Like there's some underlying tension and anger in him that you may not know. Best guess is it has something to do with the mayor.
Yeah.
Based on
Jacob
what,
Jacob takes the head of one of the ends of the meteor hammer off and gives it to the blacksmith to work with, but the chains stay attached to Jacob.
Okay.
Once we leave the shop, I'm going to say, I think it would be in our best interest then, if we are going to wait here today, to rest as much as we can, if we're going to go tonight to the Gauntlight.
Well, I'm still hoping to get an audience with this Ren, but I gotta find them.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
it. This is the lady that
She
this
gave
is
us
your
the
mystical lady friend.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I would like to go there too because I want to see if I can get a reading, a fortune telling or whatever she does.
And let's give her an update on how things are going, because, boy, we're having no problems at all. I think we can say.
We survived and we have treasure. We'll call that a win.
Now, to do the rune raw, you need a formula. Do you have a formula?
No, since this is a pretty common rune, and he deals with runes, I assume he would be.
No, for Lady Sills.
No, not
for
you,
Lady
for
Sills.
Sills.
Oh yeah, Lady Sill has to have, because she doesn't have the
She
rune. The rune
needs,
was on
she,
the
needs
Morning
a,
Star.
she needs a formula because we don't have a rune attached to anything.
Kind of hoping Rin might have one. I think.
Oh, interesting.
And it's going to be significantly pricier.
Yeah, so noted.
Okay. So, yeah, he's very, like when you guys are done kind of dealing, he's like, "We done?"
Yeah.
Yes, that's all I
Yeah,
needed.
you sign the thing, he hands you a carbon copy of it as a claim slip, and here you go. You can bring that back when you come back, and I'll have it ready for you.
You want us to come back today yet, or early tomorrow?
You can come back tonight. As long as there's smoke coming out of the chimney, I'm up.
All right, fair deal.
That's my bad. I thought we had
Good luck.
walked out already.
He turns around.
What a pleasant individual.
He really is not. He really is not. And Ryan did very well. 'Cause It was a 20. The whiskey brought it down to an 18 to change the diplomacy check.
It was a good roll
Yeah.
then.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have done anything for you.
Mhm.
He's unfriendly and he does not want to deal with you.
Abed takes note that Lady Syl is now the diplomat of the group.
The face.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
only
boy.
a +3, so you're taking your life in your hands.
Ryan, the cost for it, I don't know if that's what you're looking up, is going to end up being 65 gold.
And
Yeah, I was trying.
that assumes no markup.
I
Yeah.
was going through my hand wraps just to see if there's any detail in there about that. So I'm good. Yeah, I mean we can get there. I do
So
have that kind of fundage, so
Yeah, you guys move out and discuss the finer points or lesser points of Carmen as you are walking to Lady Ren's. I don't know if you guys had the city map up, but that is where the hell is my map?
Did
Here's
you
my
send
map.
us the city map?
I did at one point. I think I sent it
Way
in a
back.
message way back in the day.
Probably with the previous campaign, there was a map. And I think
Yeah.
it's the same one.
So Ren's is at 4, and where is... Well, where the hell is... Blades for Glades is 6. Oh, yeah, it's a short walk. You just around the block and up the path to the road to Ren's Wonders. The wind kind of blows at the tarps overhead a little bit. It's a breezy morning. Few clouds in the sky, but the sun peeks through every once in a while, and it seems a decent day. Just as you're about to open the door to enter, she opens the door. Come in.
coincidence.
Come in, my friends. How
Thanks,
goes
man.
how goes the exploring?
Oh, it's a piece of cake for a talented crew like ours.
That's what I figured it would be. Hi.
Yeah.
Kind of looks down.
I mean, not that there's no risk to it, of course, but just a group like us, we stick together, we take care of business. It's working out real well.
I'm going
You
to turn
see-
back to Kane and say I'm the talented crew she's talking about.
You see her.
Mhm.
You
You're a busy, talented crew.
it broke me, Jeff. It's gonna be fun. You see, as you are talking to her, when Crew waves, she fights the urge to pat him on the head, and she like puts a hand and is like, "Oh no, I can't do that," and is very,
Because he's a person with feelings.
yes,
Mm.
yes, and,
Enjoys pats on head feelings, though.
but
So now he's disappointed.
she, oh, hang on. So do you show that disappointment at all?
No.
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 Oh, she notices though. There's something in the way your shoulders shift.
Oh,
Mm.
It's just, and she looks at you and decides to pat you on the head. Then,
Big smile.
and a pitch tent.
So you guys have come here for, as good as you say it's going. You've come here for help. Yes.
Yes. In addition to just wanting to give you a great update on how things are going, or very well, I just want to let you know again. I came upon these hand wraps, and boy, it would really stoke my fire if you could upgrade this rune. I'm just finding myself a little bit lacking in combat compared to my betters, and I just want to make sure I can stand firm when all these enemies come at us and we stay. You will not best us today. We will come out on top yet again.
Praise Jesus.
Lady Seal has turned into a southern
I do
preacher.
not. I was gonna say I do not know when Lady Still went Southern Belle, but I am here for it. I love it. It's amazing. And that should be yes. She is a Southern Belle. Well, you said upgrade. There's a rune on it already.
Yeah, I've got this little baby little +1, and what I'm hoping to do is just increase the power, so
Oh.
add a little striking to it, just a little bit of striking.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I understand. That's gonna be different than what the DM told you. DM thought there was
No,
no
that-
rune on it.
No, that is-
worries.
So the +1 costs the first 35, and then the other 65 is to get it from a +1 to a striking. So that's the 65. I think you had it right.
35 is for armor. +1 to armor.
I wrote down +1 armor was 160. So maybe
If I'm looking at the hand wraps, the striking hand wraps are worth 100, so the math does seem to work.
Hang on, one second. I'm gonna find it again.
The hand wraps you have on them already have a +1 potency rune on them.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just
So
updating
that
it.
allows you to do a +1 striking on top of it. I think.
So, but you keep the potency rune too, so you're then dealing.
Weapon potency.
Correct.
Oh, those are both fundamental. So, yeah.
So I think, to me, it would make sense to pay the full 100 because
Yes, it is 65.
I'm keeping the +1 and then I'm adding striking. So
Yeah. So it will be 65. I was right. I was
Okay.
right. Jeff was
All right.
right when he said I was right.
hey,
Okay.
I like being right when it's saying the
Interesting
DM is right,
lesson on
because that
how-
makes the DM happy.
it's an interesting lesson on how runes work. Because this was
it is
very
a
confusing
wild.
to me. I'll say.
Oh, try searching it on Archives of Nethys. It's like there's little pieces here and there and here and there. It's like I probably should have went straight to the book.
Yeah, if you got the book, it starts on 580. It starts on page 580, the whole runes section, and it's actually fairly well laid out.
Interesting.
There are
I'll
two
read
types
that
of
later.
runes. You have,
Fundamental and property.
yep, fundamental. So your fundamentals are your +1 to hit and +1 to damage, and the +1 striking is to damage. The +1 is just to hit, and then you have like your fire and your ice and your cold and lightning, and those are your property ones.
Striking isn't a +1 to damage. Striking is
It's
a
another-
+full damage dice to
Yeah,
damage.
it's a die. Yeah, it's a die.
It's a full damage die. Is that
Yeah.
what?
So
Yeah.
if he's swinging with 1d6, it becomes 2d6.
Shut the
Yeah,
front
I don't know.
door.
I don't know what the hand wraps deal, but
Yeah, each
Striking is a
level
full
of
damage
striking
die.
adds one.
But remember, it's only my unarmed striking. So
Yeah.
in this case, it's my Foxfire, which is a D4. It would add another D4.
Yeah.
I do have claws, and my claws are a D4, so it would be 2D4 with my claw attack. But it's
not a
weapon
huge
attack.
damage increase for Kukta because he's swinging with a low damage weapon.
Yeah.
Now, if I got something like that on my hammer, that would be
Yeah.
broken at this point in the game.
Yeah, I think anyone else, I think it would be ridiculous. Well, maybe
Yeah,
not.
that's why
Abed. I don't know how much
That's
he's
why the
doing
hand
with
wraps
melee.
are pretty. Yeah, that's why they're pretty low because it's just the unarmed strikes.
Wow, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize it was a full die more. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Okay, don't give that to Rick right now. No.
Well, it's a
You'll
level.
notice Crew's
A
not even asking.
striking rune is a level 4 rune.
Yeah. So yeah, she is. She looks at it as. Oh, so you want to do some more damage to it? Okay. I think let me look him back. She goes around behind the counter and she's got this massive crate chest with a padlock. I didn't want to. Yeah. She has a massive
Yep,
chest
we get
in
it.
that
We
behind
get
the
it.
counter.
Alright, hold on. So Lady Syl looks at Crew with this look like, don't touch it.
No, Crew
No.
knows. You steal from common people who don't have magic. You don't steal from people who can tell the future.
Got it.
So she goes around and she's looking at it, and she waves her hand in a motion in front of it, and you hear an audible click. She pulls a key out from her neck and sticks it like where she puts the key. Like, crew, you're watching, you're paying attention because you love learning stuff about contraptions and stuff like this. She actually puts the key. It looks like she just puts it into the board. Like, there was no keyhole there or anything, and puts it in and clicks it, and you see when she pulls it back out, there's actually a keyhole there. And there must have been like an illusion or something making it look like solid wood there.
Hmm.
And she pulls that out, tucks that back in, pulls the lid off, and she pulls out this big pile of books and sets it off to the side. And she's rummaging around in there. Let's see what she... How successful is she? Ha! She's looking around. She's like, what's this still doing in here? And she crumbles it up and throws it over her shoulder and starts digging. She comes out and she's like, here. I normally don't do stuff like this, but I felt like this was valuable. And she brings it up and kind of slides it across the counter. She said, this is what I needed. I needed formula for this type of thing. I normally don't do like damage things. It's so barbaric. But I understand where you're at with your adventure and the help you need. So I can do something like this, yes. And because you're a friend. I can do it for 50 gold.
Oh, well, ain't you the sweetest?
Well, you know me. I try to be. It's
Well,
hard to be sweet when you know what's going to happen. Sometimes it's very hard to be sweet when you know what's going to happen.
Here's 55. Why don't you take care of it? And we'll be back a little bit later.
Okay. And as you look down at anyone that's near the paper, you look down at it. It's written in Goblin. Well, actually, no, it isn't written in Goblin because goblins don't have written language. It's written in some scrawl that looks like hieroglyphs and evil, and someone with very, very bad penmanship. Like a kid with a piece of coal wrote out a instruction manual or something.
Yeesh.
It's Orca-ish.
Yeah. Yep. So she's like, I will take care of it. Yeah, if you come back tonight, I should be able to finish this by tonight. I'll know when you're coming. So just
I know
really
you
creepy.
do. You're so powerful. I hope someday you can show me just a little bit of your shine.
Well, yeah. Speaking of shine, and she walks over to grabs this big rod, and well, she first just takes everything like off the counter and kind of in one big fluid motion, everything she stacked up on the counter that was in the chest, one arm just back into the chest and all goes, and she takes it, and like some of the papers are sticking out sideways where if she closes it they're gonna hang out, and she's like folding it all in and cramming it in, and like there's no organization inside this chest whatsoever. Pushing it down, and he's like, yep. And she slams it, and there's one little piece of paper hanging out. She's like, rip. All right, and she crumbles it up and puts it in the brazier and burns away.
I hope that wasn't important. Well, we'll take our leave.
All right. And as you guys are leaving, she walks around and she grabs a big pole and starts removing the tarps from overhead to expose the sky, so she can see the sky. All right. Well, we'll see you tonight. I can do a reading for you tonight, crew.
You read my mind.
Yes.
All right, so midday bar.
Yeah, creepy.
Midday bar. What? Yeah. What are you doing with your day?
Crew would like to just take a leisurely stroll through the market, Not really looking for anything specific, but I want him to show up where everyone else is later with like a bag of like Doritos and
Doritos and
Doritos?
toes.
and a fun new invention that this crazy little guy and his muscular goblin were testing out on people, and it's like a little baked contraption that has a piece of paper inside. It's weird. It's
Interesting.
yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, he it's like yeah. So you go through market. There's guys yelling "fresh fish." The dude selling the snacks. Yeah. It's actually there's a little girl in front of the booth. She's got a plate, and there's Doritos and Cheetos on the plate. This is a free sample, and that's how she gets you to actually buy them. What is everyone else doing as crew goes through?
Abed would
marketplace.
go to a library and try to find information about the building in general, like anything about a Gauntlight. Like he's just gonna go and do some research.
Okay, the Dawnflower Library is the library in town, and it's actually a temple to Sarenrae. So I don't know how you would feel about a temple to Sarenrae. Sarenrae being the goddess of the sunrise and light and good.
So you're saying I'd be the only person dressed all in black with a raven on his shoulder with his hood pulled over his face?
No, not necessarily. There are also shrines in the Dawnflower Library to Caden, Kalian, Aristel, and Gozra.
I really need to figure out who my actual patron is.
God is. Yeah.
Yeah, I should really figure that out this week. I would.
Abed is from Sword Coast, right? So it would be essentially a D&D pantheon if you. But I mean, I'm sure you could choose any of them. But
well,
it wouldn't have to be a Galarian one.
Well, that's the problem here, and the problem Abed's been experiencing, because Abed is more powerful than what you've seen him do. He's extremely frustrated right now because when he shifted, his contact with his patron, his deity, there's nothing there when he's reaching, so he's kind of searching. And that's why he doesn't know as much. Like the crew you went with him, right?
Yep.
He was like really powerful back at home, and he's not quite as much here. So that's good story line reason as to why you don't know who your god is yet. And why you aren't nearly as powerful as you used to be. Zandy Banderdash is the devotee of Sarenrae that meets you in the library. And she says, "Can I help you?"
Yes. I would like to look at the archives, please, of what's the name of the building? Is it just the
the Gauntlight, what is it? It's it's the Gauntlight. I'm looking for the name. We'll just call it the Gauntlight.
We are we are investigating
Gauntlight
the Gauntlight
Keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are investigating the Gauntlight Keep. And if you please help me find if you have any building maps or if you have any information about this building, maybe possibly some lore about what is wrong.
About what is wrong? We don't know what is wrong other than no one goes around there very much anymore, and that light shining up there, that's something something to be concerned about. So,
But if you have anything in
yeah.
your archives of people making notes, stories, doesn't matter how ludicrous it may be, I would like to research
well,
this building.
She stands up from the desk. Speaking of ludicrous. Heyo. Let's see, what can I find for you?
Go home, you're drunk.
Yeah. Stand up. Looking for the... Maybe it's in the other one. I think it's actually in this one. She goes, I think I have something. I may even have some old maps for you if I can find them. Let me look here.
Abed's just going to stand there and tap his foot.
She does find some. She finds a like set of structural blueprints for what appears to be several levels of a. It seems to go several levels deep. There is servants' quarters, library, and then the ruins themselves. Like there are 2 levels below the ruins themselves that she's got blueprints for. I can I can't let you take these, but if you want to spend some time like making a copy, I can allow you to do that. If you have materials, paper, pen, ink.
Yeah, I would spend my day making notes, making copy, just kind of getting as much information as I can.
Okay. How much? So you're spending. If you're spending the day, like if this is what you're going to do for the day, is copy these.
It is. I am spending the day. I have no desire to go shopping. I have no desire to go look at a blacksmith or anything like that. I don't have a lot of money on me. I'm just.
He's a true wizard. He's going for info.
I will end up getting you specifically what you find.
Perfect.
From the prints. I will give you maps for what you got. Let's see. Do me a.
I was gonna say, please finish that sentence.
Why don't you do me a solid and give me a. I need you to give me a roll because I may actually give you some extra information, but I don't know what roll to have you give me. Give me a
Hooch, you son of a bitch! You beat me to it.
Performance roll.
Is this for copying?
Copying, yeah.
Be a crafting, maybe?
Yeah. Crafting or performance, whichever one. Crafting. Actually, it would be crafting. You're crafting a map.
Good, because I'm a +7 crafter.
Ooh.
It's handy having the sheets open. I can steer the DM in the right direction.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to use my inspiration. I rolled a fucking 1.
Good time to use your hero point.
Yep, I'm using my hero point.
Like you dropped the ink all over the page. You got to start over.
The first page, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that was terrible. Oh, that's better. 10?
All right, cool. Yeah. Through the course of the day, you make a map of these 2 levels. You discover you've been through most of the first level based on what you see here. I will open, as a result, I will open up the fog on this map, and the next 2 maps won't be fogged as we go down levels because you have
Nice.
Nice work.
Good job, Norm.
That was
Um,
good.
Cool. I like the under hero point. It calls it, like, if you're using a reroll, it says it's a fortune effect. So I like to think that something kind of crazy happened. It's like earlier when Crew was trying to steal the bottle of whiskey, he was like trying to scoop it off the shelf, and it fell, and he caught it. It's like it was going to crash and be bad. So yeah, I think Wizard Abed, he was spilling the ink and used some kind of a cantrip to save himself.
My Troy was sitting there and he beaked it to keep it from falling over.
There you go.
Nice. There you are. Excellent. So you have that. Let's see. That was Crew. That was Abed. Lady Sill and Kane. What are you doing? Kane, you're walking around a little light. One less meteor.
Much later. A little bounce in his step.
Yeah, you got rid of those
Which
2
is rare
ingots. You
for
got rid of
Kane.
one of your weights is gone for now.
I'll just chit chat with Crew. I mean, he seems pretty interested in his reading tonight, so just letting him know the positives and negatives of knowing the future.
Okay.
But I really don't have anything else. I'm just anticipating getting the wraps back and maybe some light drinking.
All right.
Kane would pick up lunch for Lady Sill for her and express his appreciation for her diplomacy with the shopkeeper. Kane, when it comes to the whip and the carrot, I'm pretty good with the whip, but not so good with the carrot. That was very helpful.
Oh, you are just an absolute delight.
All right.
So the snacks that we got were fortune cookies.
Yes.
So
yes.
I found a random fortune cookie generator. So if everybody wants a random, I'll do.
So at
I'll do
dinner that evening before you
Yeah.
end up going back to, so you meet back at the Crow's Casks, and Abed's got these scrolls wound up. He's got like 3 of them under his arm. You got your bag of treats, and your fingers are orange, and you're like licking them off as you're eating them. And you all come back and meet at Crow's Casks and have a nice dinner with some Cheetos and Doritos as a side. And after dinner, you have these little tasty treats you bring out as a special gift if you all want to.
All right. Yeah, I have no idea anything. I've never used this before, so we'll go with Crew Up. Crew Up is his first to show him how it works. It says travel is in your future. It's like, hey, see, these things are awesome. Who wants to go next?
Like it knows.
Pure magic.
Who's next?
Lady Sill, go.
All right. Lady Sill, anxiety won't help your problems.
That makes sense. That's
Oh boy.
Next.
I guess I will see what happens.
All right. Respect your elders. You could inherit a large sum of money. Yeah, so some of these are interesting.
Okay.
Do you have elders, Kane?
yeah. You're kind of a.
My parents, I haven't seen them in a long, long time. I assume they're still alive.
Maybe this is telling you to go look for them. Who knows?
Are you opening these for us, or are you passing them over?
No. I pass them around. So.
All right.
Yeah, this is as you guys are cracking them open.
There's a little orange dust on them from the Doritos.
Abed will take his and. Oh, how do I want to do this?
Give it to the bird, and the bird eats the inside too.
No,
Fortune will come out later.
Bird eats the paper and telepathically tells you what it says.
Abed, I'm just going to take it. I have no use for this type of bullshit, and I'll just drop it on the ground.
Don't waste it, Ellie says. They're delicious. She has broken hers open, put the piece of paper down. She didn't even look at it. She's eating it.
Right.
If any of you don't want yours, I will eat them.
If she caught me before I threw it down, I will hand it to her.
Let's see. Wait. Let's roll a die. See if she better than 10. She caught you or not? It's 10. She just caught it. You went to throw it and she snatched it quick, right as it left your hand. So she broke one open. There's a fortune on the table in the middle of the table. If Crew's interested, she's also breaking another one and just throwing the fortune in the middle of the table.
All right. So the one that would have been Ellie's since that was open first.
Yep.
Tomorrow is another day, so nothing real.
Yeah, that
profound.
makes sense.
Actually,
And,
it's not going to be wrong.
Yeah, that's true. The fortunes must be true then. And then, Crew would definitely sneak a peek at what would have been Abed's.
Does he say anything?
Not unless someone asks. It says, "Don't worry what others think of you." I don't think he does.
Oh, that might have melted that heart. It might have grown his heart 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Adventuring is not something you buy from the store. It is just that little bit more. Oh. So you guys finish up your meal, and where do you head first? Do you head to Carmen, to the Blade?
Sure.
And
where we started?
Place, or do you head to Ren? You head there.
Yeah, we don't want to miss him.
All right. So you head over to Blades for Glades. And there's still smoke pouring out of the chimney, and you hear pinging. You open the door, and there's the ding, 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 and the pinging stops almost immediately. He goes, yeah, you're here. It's back. It went well. Don't worry. Here you go. Claim slip.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Do you enjoy this type of work, or are you more? Would you rather be working and creating new weapons?
This is a means to an end.
Okay.
I should be running this damn town.
Oh, that sounds aspirational.
My family founded this town.
So,
have some other Yahoo running it's an insult.
Did control of the town used to be handed down through families? I haven't been here long.
No, there's voting. Democracy.
I totally understand your negativity, sir.
Well, we're going to be traveling around and doing some work around town. So if we find other opportunities to take a past work your way, we can at least do that for you.
How? Yeah. All right, that'll work. Yeah.
I'll tell you, news of your generosity today will spread far and wide across this town, and we will make sure of that, good sir.
That will be interesting. Let me know how people react to that.
Indeed.
All right. Good evening. He turns around and walks back. You hear the hammer start up again.
Jane says, Lady Sill, he's not the most personal person, but I respect the dedication to the craft.
To be honest, I'd be a little concerned if he was running this town. Oh boy.
I do declare.
Let's head over to Ren's. I'm terribly excited to get a load of my new hand wraps.
All right.
That's good.
So, you guys, as you approach, the door is closed. She doesn't open it this time. What would you like to do?
I'll open it for the lady and hold it open, or attempt to.
Crew, you grab the door and you kind of open it and you stand back to allow people in. When you open it, she is floating, naked, on a rock, her hands to the sky, the moonlight pouring down, cascading over her body. She said, "I'll be 1 minute."
Take all the time you need.
Lady Sill. Okay, so Lady Sill's the first one in the door. She's gonna turn around. Boys, cover your eyes. Give the lady some respect.
After about a
Kane flips
minute,
down his visor on his armor.
after about a minute, her body slowly lowers onto the stone, and she lowers her arms and kind of shakes it out and walks over to the counter and grabs her. She's got like this robe, and then she slides into and ties off and says, "Oh, you guys are back. I have your hand wraps done. Look at the moon tonight. It's gorgeous."
Oh, I saw you drinking it in. I would do the same, except, boy, we're on a timeline, so...
Well, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. Did you see the Gauntlight? It's lit up again.
Yeah, that feels normal to us. We've been so immersed in it that, boy, it's just like second nature looking over there. It kind of is a warm beacon, like, come on in. And we can't wait to get back.
Abed gives her the side eye, like,
Well, here, let me get these first. And she goes in back and brings out it's wrapped cloth. It's very beautiful, wrapped like silk, wrapped around it with a bow. And she said, "Here you go. Here are your hand wraps." And well, crew, you wanted a reading, and she, out of nowhere, like she kind of like she said, "You wanted a reading," and she goes like this, and then there's a tarot deck in between her fingers. And she fans it and then shuffles it, and there's several flourishes to it. And she lays them out on the counter. She lays out the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and then the 9 of Wands. And she said, "Oh, well, this is interesting. From your past, there's comfort and connection. Family, apparently. There's kinship. You're only gonna find happiness if your soul can recapture this from your past. The Ace of Wands, the present, suggests a change of career or meeting someone new. You anticipate emotion and material stability that will lead towards some sort of fulfillment for you. But this is a bit more concerning as she points to the 9 of Wands. This may be your last event, your last venture, your last adventure, allowing you to complete something you've begun. Whatever you have, whatever you're going to put your strength and energy into in the future will should help you to this completion, but it's uncertain. The road is ever winding. But for the most part, your future, your life seems pretty positive, young one.
Yeah, I did just start a change of career. I was sailing before, and now I'm adventuring. And who knows?
Well,
maybe
that
this is
quite
just
the
going to
change.
be a great adventure, and maybe it'll be my last one in this line of work. But yes,
Well, hey, a new line of work is always a welcome adventure. And one adventure start a new adventure doing something else. Seems to be a theme with Jeff's characters. Start out adventuring and then they settle down and do something crazy.
yeah. Cool. Crew's all
Started
excited. He's like a kid in a candy store. He's just grinning from ear to ear. Like, that was amazing. I can't believe it.
She nailed it.
She does look at you as you're holding all the cards. She's like, I am gonna need those back when we're done for the next reading.
Crew, for just a brief second, thinks about handing her back 2 of the 3 cards, but then knows that she would know and does not.
I was gonna say it's either that or he hands back the 2 because he's palmed the 3rd one, and she like fans open the deck. He thinks he can hand back 2, and she's like, Crew, because she knows he has the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he hands him back to her. Okay. Well, good luck on your adventure. Should you need anything, you're welcome to come back. I can do stuff like this, and your hand wraps as you open them. They look phenomenal. She's added the rune. You can see where it's added, and put them on, and you feel there's something there. There's some oomph there.
Cool.
You're not a violent woman, but you feel like punching something.
Makes sense. Can't wait to get back into the Gauntlight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't turn into a deer for you to shoot me as I run around.
Yes. Do you guys head to the Gauntlight tonight, or are you going back in the morning?
Crew has no opinion.
Nobody's ever asked me that before.
Well, we were poking around in the daytime, and there's plenty there. I don't know if we want to risk it more at night, if it's going to be any more challenging. But I guess the answer we're looking for is probably in the night.
I kind of feel like it's late evening, right? 7, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Like, it's probably
Sun's
pretty
down.
reasonable to go right now. I mean, assuming we were resting most of last night and today,
Mhm.
feels right.
So
Let's
you
do it.
head back. You head back to the Gauntlight. As you approach, the light up there, where it looked like a lighthouse from a distance that was turning. As you get closer, you realize that it's not turning; it's pulsing. It gets brighter all the way around, and then it dims, and then gets brighter again.
Someone's faking it.
Hmm.
The slurk seems to be snoring in the swamp as you cross the bridge.
Can we see if the
Cross the
javelin is
rubble.
there?
The javelin is there. It's literally sitting on top of his nose, and it kind of
Okay.
wobbles.
Okay, should we get the javelin?
I have another one. I don't need it.
Okay.
Seems kind of risky.
He's sleeping though.
I know, but I'm guessing that it's muddy down there, and that if you try to wade through the mud, he's gonna know you're coming. And hard to be sneaky in mud.
I was gonna just try to jump on his head and take it and jump off, but
He's a little ways away from the bridge.
all right, we'll leave it for
As
now.
you approach, I can do this.
Cool.
Reward is not worth the risk. Put it that way.
You know all of this now.
I suppose
Do
we're
we have
fresh,
a
ready
map?
for battle.
Now, we start as we were looking through the maps. Of course, we know we've got 2 bronze keys, and we are speculating where those bronze keys might be used.
Oh, yes. Yes. Speculating the keys. The keys came from the...
That desk drawer.
Yes, which was...
The room with the green line in it, I think, or the one behind it.
Yeah, the one behind it, I think it was. So I gotta find out which is...
The triangular looking one.
Yep, that triangular looking one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, your keys had
One looked like a
2 bronze
lighthouse and
keys,
one looked
yeah.
like a book. That's what
One
I
has a
wrote down.
light. Yep, one has a lighthouse on it. And then the other one has a book, and if looking at it, if I can find it, I'm trying to find. There is a. I'm looking for maps here.
I mean, do we think we're gonna try to look at all the rooms on this level anyway? So, do we
Yeah,
wanna
I mean,
Yeah, try.
Yeah,
I-
you can. I, mean,
I
you
don't
can
think we want
absolutely-
anything surprising us, so I think we should basically clean everything out except the slurk.
Let
go
sleeping
right in
slurks
and to the
fly.
left?
Follow the left wall and keep going.
Where's
Good
the
one.
seed? I'm
Yeah,
looking
just-
for a map.
I'm
but I
trying to
don't
mark
find it.
everywhere where we haven't been yet, so we don't lose track. And the doorways we haven't gone through.
Yeah, the blue doorways you haven't gone through. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Otherwise, you could put a sticky note in each room you haven't been to yet, if you wanted to.
I like the blue circles. That
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Okay. Cool.
Kind of shows us where we haven't been.
And then you remove the circles. Yeah. Looking at the maps and trying to judge judge what the keys might be for. The one with the book on it is you got no clue. You do believe the one with the lighthouse on it may be, looking at the map, the cylindrical room in front of you. You may have something to do with it.
Hmm.
You're guessing that this room, which you have, as you've approached, realized that this is the tower, and actually you can see it. You can see the Gauntlight coming from there.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to,
Well, let's take let's walk across the bridge carefully, slowly, one at a time.
No, the bridge is broken,
the
right?
debris, walk
yeah,
through the
okay.
debris of the bridge
Fair.
because you broke it.
Right, one at a time.
Way to go, fat ass.
It happens. It happens.
All right, I'll go through.
Hard
I'm light.
ass.
Which way would you like to go? Is the question.
I'll check the first door. Might as well do them in order.
Check the first door.
Yeah, I would say start from the left and work our way clockwise.
Okay. So as you approach this door,
Oh, how dark is it? Do we have to be concerned about that now?
there is a moonlit night. It is a bright moonlit night. So there's
Okay.
moonlight shining through the open areas of the roof, which is most of it.
Okay.
Although there aren't roofs. I'll let you know when it starts getting to a
Okay.
point where you may need light. You open the
Hey, John,
yes.
would you allow me, because so I have my cantrip is produce flame. A small ball of flame appears in the palm of your hand, and then it says, and you lash out with either at melee or at range. But if I just hold a ball of flame in my hand,
light source?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that could act like a torch if you just want to continually cast ball of flame and use it as a torch. I'll allow that. That makes sense.
I feel like
Yeah.
since it's a
Cantrip.
cantrip, I would have control over that source.
And then
Good-
if
good
something
use of a
shows up, you've
cantrip.
got
Yeah,
got
and then
a
you have
weapon.
something you can throw if you need to. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. You open this door with little difficulty. Looking into this room, there's a collapsed wooden staircase in the northeastern corner. There is a moss-shrouded hole that leads up to a moss-shrouded hole. You can see out the left, the wall is broken open, and you can see out the building. It is collapsed in. That west wall is collapsed into the room. There is a dead frog near the staircase that is missing its hind legs that seem to have been bitten off at the hips.
How large is
And-
this frog?
The size of a horse.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's a
it
big
is
frog.
a huge ass frog, and it's a little disturbing.
Size of the mouth on whatever was biting out.
I imagine Lady Still's probably the most upset because she loves her southern fried frog legs.
Mm-mm. What a
Kane,
wife.
as you approach that frog, there is a sickening slurping sound as two massive maggots crawl out from this upper portion of the frog that is there. Make a nature check for me quick once.
Ugh.
16.
16. Yeah, something clearly bit the legs off this. And
Ah!
so you realize, something very, very large bit the hindquarters off of this frog. These two massive maggots come rolling out of here. And we'll start next session with initiative.
Awesome.
Do the maggots have teeth?
I mean, super gross.
They have like little thingies.
Because the maggots have bitten the legs off the frog.
The legs are no. The maggots would. The maggots' mouths are too small to bite the legs off the frog.
Okay, so these did not
Something
bite
much
them,
larger
something
did.
else.
Yes.
Fun.
But everything's bigger in Otari.
Yes. Everything's legal in Otari.
The shopkeeper definitely had the attitude. No, they're nicer down there. They're just slow.
So, Tom M.
John,
Norman.
thanks.
Yeah, that was a fun tour around Otari, and
So it was a very productive shopping episode.
it allowed for some meeting of some people and some backstory of some of the people of Otari and Otari itself. You guys got yourself some maps.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be
Super
good.
helpful.
Nice work.
Yeah, I feel like it was a productive, very productive session.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
We are Two Nerds One Quest. We are here Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Join us at twitch.tv/Tom M. Norm, TOMMNORM. That's where all the magic happens. Literally and figuratively.
Not all
it's
of it.
where all the magic gathers.
If you want to support... Yeah, well... God damn it, John. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/Two Nerds One Quest. Let other people know about the show. Give us a little bit of love wherever it is that you want to give us some love, whether it's social media, your friends, family, whoever. We appreciate you showing up in chat, talking with us, voting on show titles, which is coming up soon. Support the show. We have a lot of fun doing this, and we would like to continue doing this. So much fun. That being said,
He's good stuff.
me, for Rick, Gooch, Genius, maybe for John, Opeko.
Oh yeah.
Down, get him. Oh, she's there.
All right.
Outro
everybody.
music.
Nice work, John. Thanks a lot.
And because you guys did cool role playing stuff and fun, I'll give you 20 experience for your shopping trip.
All right, I'll take it.
40.
Oh man.
Did you say 40?
840.
Oh,
Where we're at.
40.
Yeah.
Why, are we negotiating this?
You're at
180. We will need 180.
I missed adding the 140 from last week to the total. So you're at 120 from last week, I should say. So yeah, you're at 840 total. 160 away.
Awesome.
If there's anything else you guys have in your inventory that you'd rather just put into the TBD party box, just put it in a chat.
your private loot stash that Ellie is guarding for you.
I got rid of I get rid of the Ignits and the mace, and that was probably a good 2 pounds off my character. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's Diablo. You have a stash back at the.
You have to. Jeez, I mean, you can't carry squat, and you're encumbered.
No, I was even like trying to carry that trident back. Would have been encumbered the whole way.
Yeah. It's fun stuff. It's fun.
All right.
I like all the rules Pathfinder has. I just don't know them all. It's like learning them all. It's like, how do you do
We'll
this
get there.
again? Yeah.
All right.
One rule at a time.
Eight years from now, we'll know it all.
I'm the talented crew she's talking about. She has a midget hanging from her necklace, a moss-shrouded hole that leads to a moss-shrouded hole, a guy named Guy, Piano Man. I'm a busy crew too. Play some skee ball, do the rune raw, orcish charcoal art. Do me, eh? Whipping the carrot, shake it out, shake it out. The snoring slurg, huge ass frog. Everything is bigger in Otari. Gotta put music. Change music. Let's change some music.
I gotta pick the crew ones for sure, because
Because that's who you are and that's what you do.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how we do.
I would like to amend the huge ass frog to Hugh Jazz Frog.
That feels like a great Disney character.
Yeah. Hugh Jazz.
Jazz.
Guy named Guy.
Guy.
I thought your
guy named Guy.
Your moss-shrouded hole that leads to a moss-shrouded hole.
Moss-shrouded hole. Yeah.
I was like, what?
I was reading it, and then you ever be reading something and realize that you didn't go down to the next line when you were. And I'm like, man, I was reading it. I'm going, because I don't say exactly what's there, but I saw it. And I'm like, what? What? Hang on a minute. What did I read?
Hold up.
Wait.
Excuse me.
I
stayed
do
up
like.
playing Baldur's Gate.
What was that?
So I stayed up late, way too late playing Baldur's Gate.
Fun. It is good.
It was.
I like
What
to
did you
think
end up making? What did you finally land on?
Paladin.
Paladin?
Yeah. I'll throw some Warlock levels in there later on, but right now it's just straight Paladin until probably 5 or 6.
I saw like a Vengeance Paladin build that I was like, I will.
You can play it for on our Tuesday night one because I'm gonna go Circle of Spores Druid for Tuesday night.
Okay. I was contemplating a monk, or I'm contemplating every fucking thing. I keep thinking about doing a bard as well.
That's funny. The rogue character that you find, what's his name? Asterion?
Asterion, yeah.
Yeah. I just hit level 3 and ran into
Camp event?
What?
Did you have the camp event with him yet?
Camp event. I mean, I've talked
you
to
didn't.
camp. I don't know.
If he hasn't found Asterion.
You will know when you have the camp event. You'll know what I'm referring to with Asterion, because
I've not had a camp
me
event.
and Tom were like, what?
I've only taken one long rest so far. So.
Yeah.
You're not
I
fighting
know.
enough.
Then the very next fight, I surprised the enemy, and he was an assassin. I made him an assassin.
Yeah.
Destroyed it in one hit, just 30 damage, and it's like, dude, I'm turning him into Varys, and it's just like, yeah, I still love doing that.
Yep. Still gonna be fun. And yeah, there's part of me that wants to do a rogue because I really don't like Hysterian. Like his whole shtick, I'm like, no, you're just kind of annoying. Go away. Which I hear a lot of people feel that way about Gale, but I absolutely love Gale's shtick. I'm like, Gale's fucking great.
Asterion feels like he should have been a bard instead of a rogue.
Yes.
You can change him.
Yeah.
But that ruins their storyline, I think, or something like that. If you change their class, I know it does with the cleric.
Cleric. Oh yeah. I gotta get into it and actually play it and find Karlach. Like, there's part of me that really just wants to make a tiefling bard so that I have fire resistance.
My paladin is a tiefling. It's a tiefling paladin.
Oh, nice.
If you're in chat,
That's what I
go
was
to that
thinking,
link
Nick.
I put in there, tomandnorm.showbot.tv. Vote. Looks like we have a lot of votes already, but keep voting.
I was gonna recreate Bast from King Killer Chronicles as a bard.
Do that?
I don't know that he's a bard though. He's really a rogue.
I'm thinking of starting a new playthrough just to have Abed.
Nice.
Wizards are fun, man. Gale is already learning spells, and I'm finding scrolls and teaching them to him, and he's getting quite the arsenal already.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have more spells prepared.
Did you go down into the ruins where those bandits are?
Are you talking the
Early on.
offshoot of where you find what's his name who reclasses you? But there's like an offshoot where there's a I had
the traps down there. That's the place. That's the place where I was just walking along and suddenly it put me in initiative, and I stepped on a trap and I'm like, I don't need to be turn off initiative, and then all the traps went off and I died. I'm like, oh, I guess I did need to be in initiative.
Yeah. I died in there a couple times before I figured out what the trick was to get that trap to turn off.
Yeah.
Which section?
Oh,
is
there's
this?
a trick to turn them off.
One as you're going towards Withers, because Withers is down in if we're talking about the same place.
Yeah. Do you know where the and we might not be talking about the same place. I'm thinking I haven't met Withers yet, so I think it's where he is, but I'm not sure. There's a big concrete piece hanging from a rope that you can shoot in it.
Yep, I did. I know what you're talking about.
And it falls
I didn't
down.
have
That down. If you jump down in there, it's like there's a sarcophagus and shit down there and a bunch of traps. And yeah.
Yeah, no, the fire trap, right? If you trigger it, it's like
Yep. Yeah, like flaming fire all.
That area. As you move through there, there's more rooms, but that's where Withers is. He's in there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, gentlemen,
Awesome.
I'm gonna watch some football pregame. Y'all have the best Sunday ever, and go Pack, go!
Hells yeah. See you later, Cooch. Have a good one.
See ya.
All right, I suppose is anybody on that we can raid?
Raid? I don't know.
Oh,
Apparently the show title is "I'm the talented crew she's talking about."
Is that spelled right? CREW, or is it CREW?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought.
His crew.
CREW.
Yeah. He got the name because he was part of the crew of a ship and didn't want. He needed a name change because of some of his deeds. So he went with crew because he was part of the crew. And I like to think anytime anybody says anything about us as a crew, or like, oh, you're such a talented crew. A crew would be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very much the you.
It's on brand for you as a person.
You.
The you tree.
Yeah.
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 Dimitri.